I'm going to give you 3 reasons why the 2025 Volvo XC60 T8 Recharge Dark Theme Plus is the way to go for plug-in hybrid. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and I'm going to incorporate some pros and cons with the competition in this review. For the front, standard Thor LED daytime runnings, LED headlights that integrate into the glossy black grille because we have the dark theme, which makes this white stand out a little bit more so, especially on the lower trim, how it bulges outward, so it gives that sport vibe. The side air pocket, do like the styling that it gives. Front and rear parking sensors with the 360-degree reverse camera starts on this trim, which when you go to the core, it's just a standard reverse camera, which is a con to me because you're already in a $60,000 price point for a plug-in hybrid. But the pro to me is that this is the least expensive in class, and it's going to be the fastest in class. And what's housed underneath this hood is what truly makes it special, for the #1 reason why I would choose this as my plug-in hybrid. It's a 2.0-liter, 4-cylinder, turbocharged with an 18.8 kilowatt battery pack. That's going to give us a combined of 455 horsepower and 523 pound-feet of torque paired to an 8-speed Geartronic automatic transmission, achieving 63 mpges combined. Now, when you just go gas, it's going to be 28 mpgs, with a total range of about 35 miles full electric. Now, put this in context for a second. Think about BMW. The MSRP starts in the 70 grand pricing. This is going to have more torque. 0 to 60, it's at 4.5 seconds. BMW 4.6. This is quicker. In Mercedes-Benz, whether you go GLC or GLE, both of these vehicles are going to be less in performance and more money to get it with the amenities that you're getting here. Now, we do have some upgrades, starting with these 20-inch wheels. That's about $1,000. This trim for the Plus starts with a 19-inch wheel. 18-inch wheel is on the core trim, and because it's the black theme, it's going to carry on to the side. For all the window trim, the roof rails, the side view mirror, and the lower is going to flare out, as well as the fender, so it keeps a sport design. Going into Audi, think about that e-tron. Another $70,000, $80,000 to get something that's not going to be as competitive as this. As for Infiniti and Acura, they don't even make a plug-in variant. Go into Lexus, tick the box for the 500 F-Sport, you're talking near $80,000, and it's still slower than this. You may have some more MPGs, but I'm thinking about the total value of savings that you're getting with Volvo, as well as being able to option things like 4-corner air suspension. And when you're thinking about the options on this, it's going to only be $1,000 to maybe $3,000 depending on what you're putting on it. Whereas when you go into the Germans, all of those features start base at $2,000 to near $5,000. Standard LED taillights, the lower carries on with the dark theme with the gloss black elements. And we have a hidden exhaust with fake exhaust outlets on the lower, which, because this is the T8 Recharge, I'm all right with not having exhaust exposed, but because we have so much horsepower, kind of wish I saw a dual exhaust setup. Even though you don't necessarily need it, it would just be for show. 523 pound-feet of torque is crazy for the size of this vehicle, especially when you're thinking about the practicality that you're getting with those MPGs. Power liftgate, 17.8 cubic feet of storage. We'll get a storage net with a 12-volt charger. Underneath the floor, we'll have the dividers where you can put your cable for charging with a pass-through. Unfortunately, to maximize the 63.8 cubic feet of storage, you do have to go into the back to fold the seats down at a 40-20-40 split to maximize the cargo capacity. The T8 XC60 has plenty of room for the interior, and for me, it's kind of like a sports car lifted up into an SUV with a driver-focused setup, tailored dashboard. When you go into the Ultra, heads-up display, Harman Kardon with 13 speakers and a subwoofer and 600 watts, auto-dimming rear-view mirror, and a large panel moonroof with a 9-inch vertical infotainment screen that is Google-based. Apple CarPlay, no Android Auto, Google Assist, Google Play Store, Google Maps, Put it into reverse, because this is the Plus, you get the 360-degree reverse camera. The Core will be just a standard reverse camera, and you can click onto these icons so you can see all around the vehicle to make it a little bit easier for you with a standard dual climate control settings. When you click into here, it does make it very optimal and easy to use. You still have physical buttons to take you to the home page with quick tabs, and if you click into here, you can go into all of your apps with physical knobs for the sound system. Open wood pores that's going to be found throughout the dashboard that goes underneath the large air vents, as well as a storage pocket here for some change with a card holder. Slide this long opening for cup holders, an area for the key fob, 12-volt charger, and here it is for the XC60 T8. Gloss black surrounding. When you go into the Ultra, this will be a crystal gear knob. It's going to be more sporty, opens up to a USB and a medium-sized storage pocket with a leather-wrapped steering wheel. It's heated because we have the comfort package, multi-function. The gauge cluster is a 12.3 digital reader, and you can put the navigation on there, so it makes it a little bit more easier for you so you can see everything in front of you. Dashboard and door panel configuring together. The upgraded Harman Kardon will get a aluminum mesh, and it's going to be a little bit more sporty here with soft materials here. One touch up and down for all the windows with a long storage pocket. The ambient lighting will be on the lower and on the upper on the Plus trim. Back seats, you don't have to necessarily go into an XC90. Same thing with the leg room, and you have a storage net behind both of the front seats. Heated rear seats because of that climate control package. 2 USB ports, cup holders with a large armrest. The door is going to have the same schematics as the front with an air vent on the side, soft to touch where it needs to be, with a smaller size storage pocket sliding into the center. The floor is not flat. If the seats are pushed back, it's going to be a little bit more cramped for somebody at 6'3". The rails are not up enough, so you're going to be sharing feet space. Leg, butt, and shoulder space is not going to be an issue, nor is headroom for the T8. The T8 Recharge with 455 horsepower, 523 pound-feet of torque, reaching 60 at 5.3 seconds. That is super impressive, because when you go into the B5, that's about 6.5 seconds. So it's 2 seconds quicker in the 0 to 60. It's going to be a lot more quiet, and it's going to be a lot more engaged. I'm liking what we get here. Comfort to the seat is good. Sound deadening is good. You're not going to hear the engine for the most part, especially when you're using the hybrid, which right now I have around 29 miles where I can go non-gas. But if I floor it, it gets engaged quick. The response time is amazing. The steering is light for maneuverability purposes. It doesn't feel that wide, even though the interior has a ton of space. The auto start stop is very seamless. You don't know whether the car is engaged or not. And to show you some of that performance, woof. It's quick. And that's why I keep stressing what you're getting as a total value. I know it's not a sports car by any means, but you're getting crazy speeds up to 60, faster than some exotic cars have you, and pricing under 70 grand, which no vehicle is going to be able to even compete. Taking me to the second reason why this should be your next plug-in hybrid is you're getting the best range with all that performance in mind. Because typically when you're getting vehicles that have this much power underneath them, unless you're going Lexus, you don't usually get that many MPGEs combined. But with that being said, there is definitely going to be some pros and cons. And we're going to start off with the pros, which you heard a ton of them. Just a few more is how soft the interior is. And this is just the mid-trim level. When you go into the Ultra, it becomes even more lively in the sense of you getting more power seat adjustments. You can get things like massage seats, ventilated front seats, quad climate control starts on the Ultra trim, as well as heads-up display with the upgraded adaptive cruise control, which is somewhat semi-autonomous, which means you can be not as engaged for quite a while, which Volvo gives you like a few miles of this where you don't have to really touch the steering wheel, worry about the brake or the gas pedal. It takes care of you. I know it's not a race car, but 4.5 seconds is crazy. Check it out. You can get a speeding ticket quick in a Volvo. And when you get pulled over, the police officer is going to say, "Do you know how fast you were going?" You're probably going to say, "I have no idea, officer." And he's going to think like, what a joke. But he doesn't understand what's underneath the hood of this vehicle. Some cons is you do have to add features like the power lift gate, and when I'm at a $60-ish thousand price point, more towards the 70, I don't want to pay $200. So some features, they kind of nickel and dime you, but then when you're thinking about the upgraded wheels for about $800, or when you're thinking about the climate control package for $750 that gives you a heated steering wheel, heated rear seats, and the headlight cleaner, I mean, that's a great value all blended in. Turn radius at a stop point is not going to be as airtight as I would like. It's nearly 3 lanes. Let's rock and roll. It's just so fun. And going back to the rival perspective, sadly, no one can really compete with this when you're thinking about the price segment and all the total value that you're getting, which brings me to the final reason why you should get this as your next plug-in hybrid, is because it's not just practical, it's not just luxurious, it's performance oriented. It will get or put a smile on your face through the daily driving. So whether you're commuting to take your family to school, soccer practice, you can actually pass the majority of vehicles, and I'm talking sports cars, and yet you're getting the best MPGs, one of the most safe vehicles in class. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out the next video, merchandise, website, and Instagram. Leave a comment and a like, and I'd like to thank Crown Volvo Cars for giving us this 2025 Volvo XC60 T8 Recharge for our car review.